Hello and welcome to Attingham Park. This is episode 10 and we're just doing our daily draw. We've got the number 5 and it's the same as last month. Talk is that seed prices will increase dramatically in the near future. Just in case they do, buy 5,000 litres of seed, which we have done off camera. And that's another 10,000 litres of seed in the last 2 months that we've acquired. Well, as you will recall from our last episode, we were busy on that huge grass contract. We've just finished the baling, and there's well over 100 bales that have been made. So we'll just drop the baler off and we'll pop back to the store and pick up the wrapper. So we're going to have to wrap all those now, and then we have to get them off to the biogas plant. Right, this episode takes some very unusual turns later on. Some major problems with this contract that require some creative thinking, so please stay until the end of the video and see how I sort out those problems. What solutions I find. Let's just quickly give you a quick squiz at all the seed that we've got. So we now have 10 bags of seed. Thank you to our daily draw. We will certainly be able to become seed merchants fairly soon. Well, I'm pretty sure it'll get used by the end of the series, but it doesn't look like we're going to have to buy seed. We'll just wait until we get punished every month. I suppose if we think seed prices are going to increase, then we might as well buy them at the right price, rather have them at the cheap price, provided of course they do actually increase. Well, let's get back on a bit of a jump cut to the field and start wrapping. This is going to take a while, so I'll do the first couple just normally. We'll unfold the wrapper, then I'll do a little bit of a time lapse, and then I'll jump cut until the end. It's a long and laborious task, wrapping of these bales. This contract is so big, it's taking just about an hour of real time to do each phase. So that's why I've been doing a bit of jump cutting, and also, as I mentioned earlier on, we experience some major problems that take up quite a bit of time later on in the video. Please stay for that. It's worthwhile watching. Well, at least I believe it's worthwhile watching. You will need to, of course, be the judge of that at the end of the day. Right, so we'll just put this on a little bit of a time lapse just to give you a feel for the size, and you can just see all those bales just waiting to be wrapped. Right, pretty much at the end of the baling, and you can just, if you just have a look at that field, just look at all those bales. Fantastic. Just wonder how many of them are going to be for us, because I think that's where the real money is going to be. So once we've finished this, we've just got another 2 or 3 bales to do, then we'll pop back to the store and pick up the autoloader. At this point everything seems to be going nicely to plan. We just past midday game time. So for all intents and purposes, we pretty much up with the clock, as they say. But once again, I'll tease you, let you know that that's going to change dramatically. I think this is the last one now. And then we'll skip up back to the store and pick up the autoloader. Thank goodness there's an autoloader. Just fold this up. Just offload it here. I suppose we could take it back to the store at the back of the... But I'm not going to do that. I'll just leave it here just in case we find something that hasn't been wrapped or whatever. I'd rather have it here than have to either leave a bale unwrapped or whatever. I think I've been fairly thorough, so it shouldn't be a problem. And lo and behold, it's starting to rain a little bit, but luckily we've got everything wrapped, so that's not going to be too much of a problem. I'll pick up the baler and head off back down to the field, and we'll go and make the deliveries. So I reckon there's probably about 112 to 120 bales that have been made, so that's not too bad. So we just need to find out how many are going to be taken by completing the contract, and hopefully there's a trailer load left for us to just make it worthwhile, because this contract is pretty much taking up 2 days. I'm not too worried about the time because there's not much else we can do, and we need the money. I mean, it's a £43,000 contract plus whatever bales we can get out of it, so we'll have to just wait and see. Alright, let's just load this up and then we'll get it off to the... Luckily the biogas plant is not too far away. I think I'll be able to cut across the fields at the back. We'll have to just go and find a route. I don't think we'd need to go on the roads. There might be a little bit of a shortcut across some other people's fields. Right. I do like this autoloader. It does feel... I do sometimes use the other autoloaders where they you just drive past and the bale automatically jumps onto the trailer. But this one feels more more authentic. Only problem is you only get 14 bales on at a time, but it's still quicker, I suppose, than trying to load up a tractor, a trailer with a front end loader or a telehandler or something like that. You know, that I'm talking about 120 bales odd. That could take a while, especially if the stacking doesn't go well, loading doesn't go well, which is entirely possible. Right, so we must be getting to almost a full load. No, that's not going to work, that one. We'll go and hunt this one down. I think this one will make it a full load. Yep, it's 1400%. Fold it up, travel mode, and we'll head off down this track. We'll just turn around, a bit of a U-turn. And we should be pretty much along this track, but then we'd have to go right somewhere along the line just to get back to that. There's a gate just before you enter into the biogas plant, and I think that's where this, well, that's what I'm looking for. That's where I think this will come out. If we go down here, we need to cut across because there's the river, so we certainly don't want to cross the river because we're definitely this side of the river. There's a gap there, and I think behind those trees in the front of us is where the biogas plant is. Don't know if there's no, there's not an entrance to going down the bottom, so I have to skirt along the top. I think you can just catch glimpses of the biogas plant through the trees. So that gate. I was going to say that fence, but the gate in the fence. Yep, pretty much there. Not sure this is that much quicker than going on the road, but I might speak to the farmers and see if I can cut across his grass. Right, so let's get into the biogas plant and go and offload this first lot off. Now, almost there. Still got a little bit of our own silage there. Right. Now, the problem is, where do you offload this? Because I know that when I tried earlier on, I couldn't put wrap bales into the actual hopper. So hopefully that will allow us to put that in. It's not taking it there. It's not taking it there either. That's an outlet for the digestate. So I've put on the marker icons, and see there's an offloading sign just to the back of the you can see it on the ground there of the loading hopper. It's definitely not taking it into the loading hopper, certainly not off the trailer. But I would imagine if we can just offload in that area, then it should take it. If it doesn't, then we'll have to rethink things. Right, so let's offload here and see what happens. Right, let's push it back a bit, see if we can get it more into the I mean, that's pretty much in the trigger, and nothing's happening there. So if we offload it, yep, nothing happening there. So I don't quite know. So I've put the marker on, and that's showing in between. I can't believe that that's going to be offloaded there. I mean, you can't get a trailer in there. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure how to do this now. Yeah, I can't see how you get a trailer in there. I mean, it's not marked either. Let's get the JCB out and see if we can push that. Maybe it's not quite in the trigger. See if we can push that into the trigger. If it's not, not sure what we'll do, but yeah, so there has been, as I said, there was a problem, so major problems, and this is not all of them yet. But let's first try and find a solution for this part. Right, so let's see if we can push this. Hope we can. Doesn't want to push both of them. Let's try one stack. Yeah, just wheel spinning. You can't push both of them. Ooh, I don't want to topple it. Yeah, that's well into the trigger and it's not taking it, so that's not working either. Right, let's go and put some forks, some bale forks onto this, and then we'll see if it'll take it if we manually load it into the actual hopper. Now it didn't, and I'm pretty sure I tried it when I first came. It didn't take the wrap bales that I did it right in the beginning of the series, the first couple of contracts that we did. Although the delivery wasn't to here, the delivery was then to the animal dealer. But let's get a couple of these onto the bale fork and see if it'll see if it'll take it. And if it does take it, will it be credited against the contract? Because obviously the contract is not complete until we've done the deliveries. Oh, not sure I would have taken this on if I knew what these problems were going to be, but let's go and have a look and see what happens here. Old times that this is actually going to be a solution. Right, I think we're at the limit in terms of the weights of this telehandler. I suppose we should bring it down a little bit, but we need a bit of height there to be able to get the bales into the hopper. Right, let's give it a go and see what happens. Yeah, oh, at least it's taking it. But that means we're going to have to manually load every bale. See, that's only 4% now of the transport done. Oh well, we're going to have to do it. I'm not throwing away £43,000 just because it's going to take a bit longer. So let's do that a bit of a time lapse and get through this one, and then I'll jump cut until the end of the loading, because it's going to take a while, this. So we're at about 12:30, at least 2:30 now, and we've just finished the first load. Right, so it's really taking time. We're now just after 10 o'clock in the evening, and we should be getting through to the last few. Hopefully these are going to take us over the edge and complete the contract. And there's still quite a few bales on the field. We might have to fetch one or two more, but not sure. So let's see how far we get with this lot. Right, that goes in, and that takes us to 96%. And here we run into another problem. You can see that only one of those bales was taken. So there's another one. I don't know whether it's stuck in there or whether it has stopped taking the bales for whatever reason. Let's put another one in, see what happens. So the delivery of this is becoming a major problem, but we need to sort it out. You know, there's no ways that we can give up on this, because if we bought this now, we've spent 2 days, and if we bought the contract, that's zero. We don't even we get nothing, and that's just not right. I don't think I've made any major mistakes. Right, let's just go and have a look and see. So the contract is still active, so it's still wanting more deliveries, but it's not taking the deliveries. Now I'm at a loss now. Really don't know what's going to happen. So let's get these out and have a little think. So we've got about 4% of silage to find. So we may have to... Oh, I don't know. Are we going to have to shred these others up? The other bales up to put it in with a shovel? I don't know. Well, perhaps we can... Let's get these out. Perhaps we can try... I mean, we still have a little bit of our own silage left over. It's a long shot. Yeah, so 90%, it's still 96% transport. It's definitely not taking those. Let's see if this bale is actually full, or if it's been. So these are 6,000 litre bales, I think. So let's just see if that is. Is it 8,000? Can't see. In any case, it doesn't look like it's taken. It's 100% bale, so it's still. It didn't take any of that bale. Let's just put it back in. See, one last chance. See if it'll take it. Maybe just blocking the other one from being taken. We'll just try one more time. See if it gets taken. Nah, not. That's not great. And we're starting to run out of time. We're at 10:30. Of course, of the rules of this game, we have to sleep by 12 o'clock. So, at least at this stage, the contract is not complete. So it can technically be carried over until tomorrow at this point in time. But I want to try and sort this out. Right, let's get this out of there. Yep, it's still active. Still 97%. Only 97% done. So let's see what happens if we load our own silage in. Hopefully we'll have enough if it does take it. But we'll see. Let's get a bucket load. The problem is each bucket load is only 2,000 litres, so I don't know whether it's going to actually move. I mean, it was moving maybe 1.5%, 2% with 8,000 litres going in. So I really don't know whether this will actually show up as movement or not, or whether it'll in fact take it. Let's have a look and see what will happen. Right, so it's taken it. Oh, 97%. So it has moved up by 1%. So that's a solution, isn't it? So let's now the big question is whether we've got enough silage to complete the contract. Oh, I don't know. Well, we've got to try. We've got to try. So let's get as much of this into there as quickly as possible. Oh, this is a test. Funny enough, I'm quite enjoying it, really. Enjoying the need to think of solutions. So at least this is a solution that looks like it can complete the contract, but whether we're going to have enough silage to do that, I don't know. So it says the action cannot be completed, but it's taken. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. In any case, so that hasn't moved. That bucket hasn't moved. Yeah, contract's still active, and that's moved up from 97 to 98%. So, well, just keep going. We'll just keep loading silage in there as long as it'll take it. See what'll happen. There we go, up to 99 now. so we're just on the time lapse, see how it goes. 99% transported. How much do we still have left? Do we have enough to finish this off? Hoping that we do. Really, I'm hoping that we do. Sorry about that. Inopportune for the doorbell to go. But in the event, yeah. So, are we going to have enough? Let's see. Let's load up. Right, so we've got another load. There's a little bit there. Doesn't look like there's an awful lot left. I'm too scared to go. Silage. There's still about 2,000. So it's probably another load if we need it. I'm hoping. Oh, I don't know. So we were on 99%, and this may take it over the edge. I don't know. I don't have a full load in there, do I? Well, in any case, I'm not going to worry about that now. Let's see what happens with this one going in. Contract finished. Yes. Yes. That's done. Fantastic. Fantastic. Can't tell you how happy I am. Right. Now, of course, we've got a whole field to clear. And it's 30-ish. So I am going to... Well, we've got 43. I'm not going to get the contract in because I've got to try and collect those bales. I think it's very difficult to referee your own game, but I think what I'm going to do, and I think it would be fair if I change the speed to real time, just for this last half hour of the day, because I think it would be, I think it's unfair that that those problems occurred, and they shouldn't have really. There should have been a much more easy way to offload first of all, but that's no problem that they can make a difficult way to. But when it doesn't want to complete the contract, that's the problem. So let me know in the comments if you think that this cheat that I've made by changing the timing back from ×5 to real time is justified or not. Right, so I'll put this on a time lapse now, and we'll collect this all, and we'll go and I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to deliver it straight through to the animal dealer and take the money. Right, let's just see. You can see I've been pretty frustrated. It took me an age to get that trailer in there, which normally zips in 37,000. This is good. Thank goodness. So that's one load. So there's a second load now. Right, another one, 39,000 that time. We had at 108. Do we get another full load? I hope so. That sort of money. I mean, each load is worth the contract price. Not to be scoffed at, I suppose. Yeah, another one. I don't think there's another load left on the field now, so we'll just keep those. There we go. 140 odd. Just pick up these and we'll take them through to the farm. Oh, there we go. Try to offload them there. The problem is if you abort the offload, you can't bring the collection apparatus back in. So I just have to drive up with it running. It's not a problem. Yard looks a bit of a mess now after all those trials and tribulations. And we'll offload this here now. And yeah, we'll just offload this and we can return everything, collect the money for the contract. So overall, once we've collected the contract, we should be around the 190,000. For all the hassles, it's been pretty lucrative, but it's been touch and go. I mean, there were times when I thought this contract is lost. This is now going to be zero income for 2 days' work. Of course, the air has been turned blue a few times during the course of this operation. In any case, it's done. We've got the money in. We're up to 191,000, 43,000 from the contract there. Thank you for watching. We'll call it a day. Please like and subscribe. Cheerio.